This is an instructional video on how to solve system of equation word problems. When you have a word problem, the first thing you have to do is define your variables. Now, most times we will use X and Y. Sometimes the word problem might ask you to use specific variables, so make sure you read carefully. After you define your variables, you can write your two equations. Remember, a system of equations is always two. And then your last step is going to be to use the substitution method. Or the elimination method. To solve. It says at Manny's Taco Shop, you can get an order of chips and 2 tacos for $9.25. The cost for 2 orders of chips and 5 tacos is $21.75. What is the cost of an order of chips? So for this problem, we're going to label our variables. Your variables are what you're talking about. So the first thing that we're talking about is an order of chips. So X is going to be chips. Y is going to be tacos. That's what we're talking about in the problem. We're going to buy chips and tacos. Now for our equation, we're going to reference an order of chips. An order is 1, so that's represented by 1x. The word and is a plus sign. And then 2 tacos, so 2y. And our total is $9.25. We go in order. In the second sentence, the cost for 2 orders of chips, so that's 2x, and is a plus sign, 5 tacos, 5y, the total is $21.75. You take those two equations and use either the substitution or the elimination method and solve for your problem. I am not going to solve this problem in the video. You can go back and watch the substitution or the elimination instructional videos if you need a refresher, but I'm going to simply explain how to write your equations. I will also give you the correct answer so that way you can solve it on your own and make sure that you're using the elimination or substitution method correctly. When you solve this problem, you should get that chips cost $2.75 and tacos cost $3.25. The length of a rectangular garden is 4 more than 3 times the width. If the perimeter of the garden is 104 feet, then what are the dimensions of the garden? So in this problem, we're talking about length and width. So that's going to be what represents our variables. X will be the length, Y will be the width. When we write our equation, we write it in order of the problem. So it says the length, that's X, is, the word is an equal sign. So the length is 4 more, 4 plus, 3 times, so 3 times the width. The width is Y, 3y. The second sentence, the perimeter of the garden is 104 feet. To find the perimeter, we add up all the sides. So that would be X plus X and Y plus Y. Remember, it's a rectangle. A rectangle has 4 sides, X and X, Y and Y. And the total of that perimeter is 104 feet. You can choose whether to use the elimination method or the substitution method to solve your equations. Once you use either of those methods, you should get the answer that the length is going to be 40 feet and the width is going to be 12 feet. Kelly's basketball team made a total of 33 2-point and 3-point baskets in their game last week. If her team scored a total of 72 points, how many 2-point baskets did they make? So we're talking about two types of baskets. The first type of basket is 2-point baskets. The second type is 3-point baskets, a 3-pointer. When we write our equations, we write them in order. They made a total of 33, so the 33 is our total, of 2-point is X, and is our plus sign, 3-point baskets, Y. For the second sentence, her team scored a total of 72 points, so that's our total. And so we have 2-point baskets, 2X, and 3-point baskets, 3Y. When you solve using the substitution or elimination method, which either you prefer, you should get that 2-point baskets, there were 27 of those. And for 3-point baskets, there were 6. Find the value of two numbers if their sum is 70 and their difference is 36. So again, X is going to be the first number because we're talking about two numbers. So X is the first number, Y is the second number. When we write their equations, it says the sum is 70. Sum means add. So we're going to add the numbers, and the sum, the answer, is 70. The difference means minus. So when we subtract the numbers, the answer is 36. You can choose if you want to use the substitution or elimination method. Whichever method you use, you should get the same answer. The first number should be 53. The second number should be 17. Brooklyn has a combination of dimes and nickels in her wallet. She has 3 times as many nickels as she does dimes, and the total value of coins is $4. How many does she have of each coin? So the two things we're talking about in this problem are dimes and nickels. Those represent our variables. Now, when we go to write our equation, it says she has 3 times as many nickels as she does dimes. So we have larger nickels. So our 3x, 3 times as many nickels as she does dimes. And then the total value, so we're going to add it all up. A dime is 10 cents, and a nickel is 5 cents, for a total of $4. You can use the substitution method or the elimination method. You should get the same answer. For dimes, there are 16 dimes, and for nickels, there are 48 nickels. A circus charges $2.50 for kids tickets and $6 for adults tickets. Last weekend, twice as many kids attended the circus than adults. If the ticket sales totaled $7,150, how many kids attended the circus? So we're talking about two things in this problem. We're talking about kids and we're talking about adults. Now for our first equation, we want it to be represented that twice as many kids attended the circus than adults. So there's fewer adults. 2 times the adults, y, is going to give us our kids number. There's more kids. For our money, it says kids tickets are $2.50, so $2.50x. $6 for adult tickets, so 6y, for our total of $7,150. Either method that you choose, the substitution or elimination method, whichever you prefer, will get you the same answer. And for this problem, we should have that there were, for kids, 1,300 attending, and for adults, there were 650 attending. A gym instructor has a total of 60 hand weights in her studio. Some of the hand weights are 3-pound weights and the rest are 5-pound weights. If there are 10 more 5-pound weights than 3-pound weights, then how many of each kind does she have? So the two things that we're talking about, things that represent our variables, are the 3-pound weights and the 5-pound weights. When it comes to writing our equations, it says the total is 60, meaning we can add up the two weights, 3-pound and 5-pound, and it's going to give us our total of 60. It also tells us that there are 10 more 5-pound weights than 3-pound weights. We take our 3-pound weights, x, we add the 10 more, which is going to give us our total of our 5-pound weights. There's more 5-pound than 3-pound. Using either the substitution or the elimination method, whichever you prefer, you should get the answer that for the 3-pound weights, there are 25, and for the 5-pound weights, there are 35. A group of friends ordered 3 burgers and 3 medium fries for a total of $17.55. The price of a burger is 75 cents more than 2 times the price of medium fries. What is the cost of a burger? So the two things that we're talking about are burgers and fries. So in this problem, it says they ordered 3 burgers, so that would be 3x, and 3 fries for a total of $17.55. It also tells us that a burger is, so that's x equals, is an equal sign, 75 cents more, so 75 cents plus 2 times the French fry, 2y. When you solve it using either the substitution or elimination method, you should get the answer that for burgers, burgers cost $4.15. And for fries, they cost $1.70. At a bakery, the cost of 1 cupcake and 2 slices of pie is $12.40. The cost of 2 cupcakes and 3 slices of pie is $20.20. What is the cost of 1 cupcake? So our two variables, x and y, are talking about cupcakes and pies. When we write our equation, we're buying 1 cupcake, so 1x, and 2 slices of pie, and the total is $12.40. The second sentence, we have 2 cupcakes, so 2x, and 3 pieces of pie for the total of $20.20. Using either the substitution or the elimination method to solve, you should get the answer that a cupcake is $3.20 and a piece of pie is $4.60.